Welcome. I'm so glad you've decided to spend these next few minutes with me. What we're about to dive into is more than just a conversation. It's an opportunity for you to experience a shift in the way you see the world. By the time we're done, you'll have a deeper understanding of what's been holding you back from achieving your goals. You'll also feel a transformation happening within yourself. Over time, you'll notice that things start falling into place without any effort. Things you once thought were out of reach will begin to flow toward you naturally. Now, let's take a moment to be fully present together. Take a deep breath and let go of any distractions around you. In the next few minutes, I'm not just going to teach you something. I'm going to walk you through an experience that's going to change the way you think and feel. Are you ready? Let's get started. Think back to a time when you wanted something so badly, but no matter how hard you tried, it just didn't come to you. Maybe it was a dream job, a relationship, or an opportunity that felt like it was always just out of reach. No matter how much effort you put in, it seemed like it was never meant to be. Now, picture a different time, one where something good happened to you with no effort at all. It wasn't something you obsessively chased, and maybe you didn't even think much about it, but suddenly it fell into your lap, almost like magic. Why do you think that happens? Why is it that when we chase something, it seems to slip further away, but when we let go, it comes to us so easily? The answer lies in a hidden process that many people don't even realize is happening. Let me explain it to you. Once you understand how it works, I'll show you a simple yet powerful way to start using this knowledge in your life. And when you do, you'll begin to see things shift. The things that once seemed impossible will start to flow to you almost effortlessly. Here's the truth. Your reality isn't just something that's happening to you. It's actually responding to you. I know that might sound strange, but the way the world around you unfolds is a direct reflection of the energy and mindset you bring into it. Most people don't realize this, but the universe isn't waiting for you to change your circumstances. It's waiting for you to change. Think about this. How many times have you wanted something, but it always seemed out of reach? And then, when you finally stopped worrying about it and let go, it showed up in your life almost effortlessly. That's not a coincidence. It's the way things are meant to work. When you're constantly chasing something, putting all your focus on it, and trying to control every detail, you're telling reality that you don't have what you want. And reality, in turn, reflects the feeling of lack. But when you stop chasing, when you stop trying to control every little thing, that's when the magic happens. You begin to shift into the version of yourself who already has what you desire. And when you let go, when you stop trying to force things, that's when everything starts to come to you. Suddenly, things start to align in ways that feel effortless. So, here's the big takeaway. Stop chasing. Stop worrying. Stop trying to control the outcome. When you allow things to unfold naturally, you'll be amazed at how easily they come to you. This is your chance to make that shift. Trust the process, let go, and watch as everything begins to fall into place without you even trying. To put it another way, this is precisely what Neville Goddard was attempting to get you to see. He then said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and that assumption sustained will harden into fact." Now give it some thought for a moment just now. That is not what he meant when he said hope for it or wish for it. To which he said, assume it. When you make an assumption, you are not attempting, you are knowing. When you start with the assumption that something is already yours, you don't bother to pursue it. After a certain point, you stop searching for signs. Not only do you not wait there wondering when it will arrive, but you also believe that it has already arrived in your thoughts. And this is precisely why doing nothing is the most important thing to do. Because the minute you believe that it is over, you begin to refrain from meddling. You must refrain from overthinking. You do not have any doubts. After you have stopped attempting to push it into position, things will start to move in the right direction automatically. mainly due to the fact that reality has now been given the opportunity to change without friction. It is likely that you have seen that the things that you desire with all your heart take an interminable amount of time, whilst the things that you do not truly care about appear without any difficulty. How come? For the simple reason that you are not blocking it when you are not caring. They are not connected to you. You do not engage in micromanagement. As a result of the fact that you are not in a condition of waiting, it flows. The issue that has to be asked is, how can you utilize this to bring all that you have ever desired into your life without seeming as if you don't concern yourself? For the simple reason that, let's face it, you can't pretend to be detached. You can't simply sit there and tell yourself, okay, I don't care anymore, when on the inside you're also checking, waiting, and hoping for anything to happen. That's not really letting go. It's just acting like you're letting go. It is not what you say that determines reality. Rather, it is what you genuinely feel that determines reality. Just exactly do you go about doing this in practice? Without trying to force yourself to feel nothing, without trying to fool yourself into a condition that you don't truly believe in. How can you detach yourself without doing any of these things? For the reason that once you comprehend this, everything will radically alter. To be more specific, I am going to demonstrate it to you. Come along with me. Putting an end to the pursuit of anything right now is the very first step, the very first step. It is possible that you have been operating in the I need this to happen mentality, and whether or not you are aware of it, this mode is preventing you from moving forward. When you keep asking yourself questions like where is it? Or why isn't it here yet? You are essentially reiterating the fact that it is not present in this location. The fact of the matter is that you wouldn't be looking for it if you already had it in your possession. To that end, I would like to inquire about your feelings if it had already been completed. Would you feel worried about it? No. Are you going to be checking on a regular basis? No. Could you possibly be skeptical? No. Relaxed, self-assured, and certain would be your state of mind. In addition, it is precisely the energy that causes it to exhibit itself. When you stop seeking for evidence, when you stop waiting, and when you stop looking for signs, you enter the energy of already possessing it. This is because you stop hunting for proof. The energy that easily draws it toward you is the one who is responsible for this. Therefore, you should cease hunting for it from this point on. You should stop waiting for it. When it is coming, you should stop questioning it. As an alternative, you should enter the energy of knowing. The instant you do so, everything will begin to change. At this point, allow me to demonstrate how to maintain this mood without relapsing into questioning. Come along with me. Keeping yourself in a condition of already having it without falling back into doubt is the second stage, which you should do once you have stopped seeking it. Here is where the majority of individuals make mistakes. You may first have a sense of self-assurance. For example, you could think to yourself, okay, I've got this. I have no doubt that it is already mine. Then, however, after a few hours have passed, or maybe even a couple of days, that nagging voice suddenly appears and asks, wait, but where precisely is it? You will erase everything the instant you begin seeking again, doubting again, or checking again. This moment is the test because you will undo everything. Immediately, you find yourself reverting back to the energy of not having it. To prevent anything like this from happening, you need to come to terms with something important. You won't always know when or how it will unfold. It's a difficult realization, but it's crucial. Take a moment to read that again, because this is where real change starts to happen. Many people make assumptions. They try to predict or control the timing of their desires, but they can't seem to let go of the how. They can't release their grip on the specific details. But the moment you manage to let go of that need to control, you become unstoppable. When you stop obsessing over the timing or the way things will come to you, you're showing the universe that you already have what you desire. You'll find that you've already achieved your goal, and it will manifest when you stop chasing it. It comes to you when you're not desperate for it, when you're no longer waiting anxiously for it to happen. So, whenever doubt or uncertainty creeps in, instead of reacting, do nothing. Let it pass. Allow yourself the space to just be. This might seem counterintuitive, but it's in these quiet moments that you become most receptive. When you stop pushing, stop striving, and stop forcing, you create room for everything to start moving in your direction. Let's move on to the final phase, the one that locks everything into place. This phase is about making sure the change sticks for good. So, come with me and let's explore it. At this stage, you've already done the most significant part of the work. You've let go of the chase. You're no longer waiting, no longer hoping for something to come to you. You've moved away from constantly looking for signs or waiting for answers. Most importantly, you've stayed grounded in this new mindset. You've embraced the uncertainty without panicking, without rushing to figure everything out. You've learned how to stay present and calm, without demanding immediate results. And now you're ready for the last step. This final step is crucial. You have to find peace with the quiet that precedes manifestation. This is where many people get stuck. After letting go and settling into this knowing, they often expect immediate results. They think, I'm doing everything right, so why isn't it here yet? And just like that, they slip back into the old patterns of impatience, anxiety, and waiting. Here's what you need to understand. There is always a gap between your assumptions and the reality you're aligning with. This gap is not a delay. It's the process of alignment. The universe isn't testing you. It's adjusting itself to match your new energy and mindset. Now, the last step is simple. Keep living your life. Stay calm. Don't let the quiet or the uncertainty disturb you. It will come to you when you've learned to contain your energy and sit in stillness. When you stop rushing around trying to make things happen, that's when everything will begin to fall into place in a way that feels natural and effortless, far beyond what you expected. From now on, whenever uncertainty or impatience starts to pull at you, resist the urge to act. It's not that you don't care. It's because you understand that everything you desire is already on its way to you. Once you reach this point, you won't have to chase after your goals anymore. Instead, they will begin to come towards you. This is the key takeaway. Manifestation is not about doing more, it's about allowing. The moment you stop pushing, stop checking, and stop waiting, everything will come together as it should. There's no need to force it. No need to beg for signs. Don't worry about when or how it will happen. Once you truly believe that you already have what you desire, the world around you will begin to shift to reflect that belief. The choice is now yours. You can go back to overthinking, second-guessing, and waiting, or you can choose to do the one thing that will change everything. Nothing. Here's what I want you to do now. Type, I let go, and it flows in the comments below. Say it, feel it, and let it be the final word. If this message resonated with you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who could benefit from hearing it. Sometimes, doing nothing at all is the most powerful thing you can do.